see that back into Canada in the future.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I don't know about like how AMC was in the States pre-pandemic, but Cineplex, I used to know a girl that went to my high school and her dad was the VP for Cineplex, and they weren't doing too well.
Yeah, we in Canada we just have Landmark and Cineplex right now, I think.
Yeah, they bought out all the other, like, even the smaller chains, right? Even in like that, there's like Woodbine Cinema, all those stuff got bought out by Cineplex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, any Canadians on the chat, like, do you guys think like, obviously, when we're buying Cineplex tickets, are we somewhat helping the movie industry or indirectly kind of like competing against AMC?
It's a great question. I don't know. I believe in I got into a good conversation with my brother about the other night about essentially, the movie industry, and it was comparative to sports about streaming and going to the theater, and I was just like, listen, I was like, it's fair to say that there's a lot of people that would love to go to the theater, and there's a lot of people that would love to stream. Like, it's two different worlds. And then we got into the topic of sports, and it's like it's two different experiences, like watching hockey on television and then going to the hockey ring and watching a hockey game. Like, it's not comparative. Like, it's a different kind of feel. You know what I mean?
So, David, I think you had some questions about the price action today, right? You were asking. If anybody else did, you guys, just so you know, we are live now. So, just wanted to drop in on you with that little gem. What's going on, Sergio? Audio plug. What's up, Joe? I think that this is going to happen in December. I think the short squeeze is going to begin and end in December, but I would not be surprised if it rolls into January and it actually happens like on some crazy shit like January 28th. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think if it doesn't happen in December, it'll happen in January. Yeah, appreciate you guys. I had a great time talking to Tony. I like that we had opposing viewpoints. It was definitely a lot of fun. What'd you think, Cash? Cash Money Millionaire.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be rich as fuck.
You said it, brother. And
Goddamn right we will.
I could see why Tony's wondering about the fact that Evergrande might not be good for AMC or GameStop, because that most of the time AMC and GameStop run with the market. But I think that's normal. I think that they have to run with the market until they don't. Until there's shorts being bought back, until there's synthetics being closed out, until failures to deliver are being returned. That's when they no longer run the same, and that's when positive beta becomes negative beta. And that's my belief. So, I like to hear other viewpoints from Tony and other people. So it's good to be able to discuss that with him.
I think you really hit on the head with the ETFs and how they're manipulated.
That's what I believe. That's what I believe, right? And everyone's entitled to believe different things. So no, yeah, I do truly believe that while unfortunate, a market crash would be good for AMC and GameStop holders. What's up, Not Free? It's good to see you, brother. Deftzilla, Kelly, thanks for coming out. No, Justin, I think Tony was awesome, man. I had a great time talking to him. OG, you didn't understand his negative beta, positive beta theory. He was using statistics, and if you take out the days where they had negative beta, like in January and June, then it becomes a lot more positive. But in my opinion, while that makes sense in the statistical format, it doesn't on these plays only because they're not standard plays. We're not looking for mathematic equations. We're looking for when they divert and when they run inverse to Bitcoin and when they run inverse to the stock market and things like that. I don't, Enhill, I don't think that quad witching has anything to do on the stocks. On AMC and GameStop, they usually have red days on quad witching, but I do believe that we're going to see a green day tomorrow, and anywhere from 10% and up. So don't be a dumbass. This is not financial advice. Don't go bet the farm on this. Do your own due diligence. But based on Monday and Tuesday, my technical analysis showed that it was supposed to be red, and today is supposed to be a green day, and tomorrow supposed to be another green day. And it was a rough day because AMC got shorted very heavily, but the short interest is up on the stock directly. The short interest is up on the ETFs, and they still came out positive, 5% and 7% for AMC and GameStop respectively on the day. That's fucking bullish. That's fucking bullish.
Hey, what was the short interest
On what?
on AMC? I'm
Let me
sorry.
see if I can pull up Ortex real quick. I'll pull it up on this screen here while I log in. Can anybody message Francisco, see if he can get his ass in here? People are asking about the debt ceiling, and I'm cool with it. I'm glad that they raised the debt ceiling, but all it means is that we're all going to be paying more in fucking taxes. That's it. We're all going to be paying more in taxes. And this doesn't change the AMC or GameStop play in any way, in my opinion. That's just one of the things that was influencing the stock market. Now that that's out of the fucking way, good. Bring on the stock market crash, Because things are happening in the crypto and in the stock market right now.
Yeah, that stock market thing today was nuts.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to drop that low.
I was actually not surprised. I was expecting $19. What do we get to 2005?
2027. From what I saw, I don't know if anybody got something different.
That's cool. So yeah, we were in the low 20s. So that's fucking bullish. Let's take a look at the Ortex data and see what we got on AMC. Estimated short interest is up almost 3%. Current short interest of the free float is estimated to be just under 20%. Cost to borrow average is 1.15%. There's 2.79 million return shares. So they definitely don't have a whole lot moving around on loan here.
Well,
102 million on loan.
Huh.
Let me get that advanced screen up in here. Well, that feels familiar. This feels very familiar. This feels exactly like the battle of like $12, 1201. It feels like
I was just about to
Exactly
say
what
that.
we're fucking seeing right here.
And I think that's when it spiked up to 24, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had 4 small red candles preceding a small, slight green run up, kind of like the same thing we saw here. One decent candle here, and then a few shots upward. And that's what I'm feeling at the moment. Look at the estimated short interest of the free float and the days to cover. They weren't even that high at that moment before that run. They're higher now. These failures to deliver are being hidden in put options, divorce puts, and married puts. Cost to borrow is going to remain low when BlackRock has 40 million fucking shares. This is how you can tell they're not taking out tons of new shorts directly on the stock right now, but they're taking them out elsewhere on IWM and such, and these ETFs. Look at the days to cover. Okay. Again, this is the days to cover for the 2-week. The red line is the 3-month, which is at 2.2 days to cover, and the 3-month on loan is 2.35 days to cover. And again, even back in May, we didn't even have above 1.8. It's getting harder and harder to find more shares for these guys. What's up, AS? If I missed you guys' if I missed your question, just copy paste it right down here, and I'll answer your question. I just started talking about the days to cover over here, and it's definitely bullish. Because you can search up the entirety of January all the way to December. Back in December, it's the last time we saw them that high. Right around December 24th.
It's kind of weird looking at that and seeing the price from how far we've came.
Absolutely. We got to look at the macro. Like, this is not going to be a quick play. So some of it's going to take some time, and that's why we've been here for quite a while. But I think it's good because it just gives me a chance to load up on more fucking shares, load up on more long-term options.
Buy more synthetics.
That's right, brother. Let's take a quick peek at GameStop here while we're at it. Short interest change plus 5.86%. Estimated current short interest just under 15%. Yeah, okay.
Such beautiful volume today too, near the end.
The volume was fantastic. It was the first. We finally got volume over 100 million again, and these stocks need volume in order to run. They absolutely need volume. Days to cover on GameStop. 3 months 3.363, and the 2 week on loan is 2.67. And it's definitely a nice escalation of the 3 month loans there. Yeah, that figures. I knew the cost to borrow was going to be flat on loan. On loan has peaked up slightly here. Oh yeah, I got to find the average age real quick. Average age on loan right now for GameStop is 40 days. Let's go back to Amy. Check her out real quick.
Did you see that glitch in crypto today?
Of course we did. The fucking Discord was going crazy, right, brother?
Man, we all thought we were billionaires.
Yeah, Cash was starting to, book the ladies and the getaway trucks.
Yeah.
Same.
My account literally said $141 quadrillion.
The average age on loan is 67.61 days. And it wasn't even this high in December or January. It was only at 53 days average age on loan. We are so fucking primed, man. The last time the 3 month loan was at 2.35 was January 8th.
Damn. Better start up with my champagne diet.
Look at the days to cover, the 2 week on loan. Last time they were this high was right around April and May. Let's go to the estimated short interest here. Estimated short interest, 96 million shares. Yeah. Show me the ETFs, right? Let's go to IWM. There we go. Let's go to the shorts for him. Oh, did it not pop up? What's up, Jennifer, Brett, Edward? Good to see you guys. Yeah, the camera's a little blurry. Oh well, sorry. Let me fix that up real quick. Yeah, it sure is blurry, huh? I keep blowing smoke at it. It's probably fucking it all up. There we go. Turn off the damn autofocus.
Oh, you live?
Yeah, man, we're live. Let's take a look. The RSI is labeling IWM as a sell signal. The MACD's type 2 for December 9th is giving a buy signal. But the MACD is not really worth a shit for that anyway, in my opinion. Let's take a look at the shorts. Short interest is up 3.8%. Current short interest not available. Percent change 2.53. Returned shares 5.9 million. Borrowed shares 7.19 million. Cost to borrow max 6.2%. You guys can't see that. Cost to borrow max 6.2%. The average is pretty expensive now at 2.4%. And utilization is up 4% as well. The days to cover as of November 30th was around 3.07, which is pretty low compared to a lot of the other days. But it was also at 3.73 in January 29th, and it shot up to 4.97 in February 12th. The days that we were seeing all those stocks run. All right. What are we seeing here? Oil is down 1.23% to $69 a barrel. Anybody keep an eye on the energy sector? Cash Money Millionaire? Any word on crypto? Are we still billionaires?
Sadly, we are not, but maybe after MOASS.
We're going to be so fucking rich when this is all said and done. I can wait. Look at the price
It
changing.
is inevitable.
It is inevitable. Check out the market cap by sector. Let me just slide this over again for you guys.
Yo, did that utilization for the IWM really say 98.9? Or am I seeing things?
No, bro, it said 98.9. I said the same thing.
Yeah. They're all used up. Look at materials are down, financials are up slightly, communication services down slightly, healthcare, energy, consumer staples, consumer discretionary, real estate, utilities, industrials, IT, down almost 3%. It's definitely not good for the stock market for tomorrow. That's all right, guys. If there's shows in the chat, let's have fun with them. Fuck them. Shows are fun to play with. They're a toy.
Agreed.
They're a fucking toy. The Fed kicks off its final meeting of the year today, although traders will need to wait another day for a statement outlining quarterly projections. So it's for those of you guys that don't know, tomorrow there's a FOMC meeting of the Fed. We're discussing the economy and inflation, interest rates, and all sorts of shit. In the meantime, fresh inflation data will be released later today when producer price indexes figures are announced for November.
So what's your thoughts, Cash and Boss? Do you think the crypto market dumped because of a glitch, or do you think it's going to be laterly said that it's hackers or something.
Now let Pico hang out here. Crypto was just a little. I can't say exactly what was going on with crypto, right? Nobody can. But I think that was a glitch in a lot of Coinbase and a lot of systems in general.
I think it was a glitch.
Yeah. Trump loses a bid to block his tax returns from Congress. All right. Okay. Sucks for Trump, I guess. Don't really care. Futures on the Dow are down 0.1%. S&P futures fell 0.3%. The NASDAQ declined 0.7%. Yesterday, the Dow and the S&P lost 0.9 and 1.4%. Good times. Check this out. Hood is unable to execute orders over. They were not even able to find $160 worth of shares. You see that shit? Let me just leave the other screen open since it was more visible than this. This says your market order to buy $160 of AMC was partially executed on December 14th at 9:30 a.m. An hour later, it still had not been filled. They only filled 0.66467 shares. So 2/3 of one share.
What a junk app. I mean, it's bullish the fact that they're not fulfilling those orders, but I can't believe people are still with Robinhood at this point.
So this guy tried to buy $160 worth. So whatever, it's not my friend. It's someone I know. He tried to buy it on Robinhood. Couldn't even get it. Couldn't even get that. He got $13.87 worth with $146 remaining unfulfilled. It's a sign of the times, guys. That's fucking bullish. You know what I mean?
That glitch on Well Simple today, too. Somebody threw that in the chat earlier. I couldn't believe that. It was like 54 million or something. Something ridiculous.
Yeah, my old man tried to put $1,000 buy-in at 1980, and it stopped at 2018. He tried to retrace that, cancel the order, and put it buy-in at 2150, and it wouldn't fill. He got 2 shares filled. That's it. I'm glad to hear that as well.
Which broker?
Robinhood as well.
Hey, thanks for sharing this. Appreciate you, Mancheska. Come join us, Twitter. Come hang out with us. We're going to ride deep. A Canadian court ruled that Regal/Cineworld, the largest competitor to AMC in the United States and Europe, must pay nearly $1 billion in damages over the failed Cineplex merger. It will be appealed, but anything distracting or destabilizing our biggest competitor brings opportunity to AMC. That's fucking bullish!
Yeah, that's fantastic.
What a fucked
That's
up
the fucking
situation,
silverback.
huh? Silverback Adam Aaron, right?
平民的暴行不可接受。美国以各种理由为凶手开脱，害平民的暴行。
Now keep an open mind, this is a short video. It's only 1 minute long. And read what it says at the bottom, okay? Let me just slide it over so you can actually see the subtitles a little bit. All right, because this is not looking good for a lot of things worldwide, especially related to the global economy. And as you all know, war is money. So check this out.
不可接受。美国以各种理由为凶手开脱，使其免受惩罚的行为，更令人无法容忍。当美方在领导人民主峰会上大谈民主人权的时候，那些死于美军枪口下的阿富汗无辜民众却没有人过问，他们家人的冤屈却无处申诉。这就是美国鼓吹的民主人权带给世界的残酷现实。我们谴责美方打着民主人权旗号，对阿富汗、伊拉克、叙利亚等国发动军事干涉的野蛮行径。我们呼吁国际社会对美军在世界各地滥杀无辜平民的战争罪行进行调查追责。正义或许会迟到，但不会缺席。美国以所谓民主人权为借口，在世界上恣意妄为的时代已经结束。美军杀害各国无辜平民的罪行受到清算的一天终将来临。
Let's just say that's bullish for companies that engage in, wartime related manufacturing. Wartime related manufacturing like Boeing. And
yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Go ahead, brother.
That's gonna make Lockheed Martin. I don't know what to just push to talk.
Lockheed Martin, a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate you, Rant Steve. Thank you very much, brother, for supporting the channel. But yeah, we might go say what's up over to Citadel. Just say hello real quick. My buddy Corey brought up a good point here about Invesco and Citadel that a lot of people need to realize. Okay, at the top of the heat, holding some of Evergrande's larger bonds is BlackRock, HSBC, Ashmore Group, UBS, Royal Bank of Canada, government pension funds, which is unfortunately many teachers and other government pension funds, Prudential, etc. Even Goldman Sachs is up here, Deutsche Group. So there's a lot of big names, and here's Invesco. So they've got a slightly smaller ownership here on this larger one, but they have ownership in every single one. And Citadel Investment Group was the largest shareholder of Invesco at the time in 2019. I don't know as of their current position exactly, but the number of hedge funds with IVZ positions has increased significantly. Funds like Trian Partners had almost $1 billion worth of Invesco. Go back. This is something that needs to be talked about as well. All right, BlackRock has loaned 40,000 shares of AMC. Be right back. All right. BlackRock basically has 40,000 shares in AMC. With the current market issues we're having in the collateral assets losing value and Evergrande junk bonds going in the shitter, at some point here, they're going to need their 40,000 shares back. And currently, they're loaned out to companies like Citadel and Susquehanna. Say it again?
40 million.
What the fuck ever. 40 million, whatever I said. Sorry. They're going to need all these fucking shares back at some point. This is from Guardian Ape, so I want to give him a shout out. And I'm going to bring it over here because it's actually a much deeper due diligence than just that. But I'm going to see if I can pull it up for you guys. Guardian Ape, any chance you're in here? Come to the Discord, just in case he's not in here right now. Here it is.
Makes you think of the systemic issues in terms.
Go ahead. Go ahead, brother. I want to hear what you had to say. Hold that push to talk a little longer.
I was just going to say systemic issues and such. Like I saw Royal Bank on there and how heavily invested they were in terms of how many banks, like smaller banks, are invested in Royal Bank. And I mean, Royal Bank goes from Chicago. I know there's the main branch, I believe, in Chicago, but it's a Canadian bank. And I wouldn't be surprised if TD and stuff have assets and stuff with them as well.
In January and June, AMC was up 2,850% from its all-time low of $1.91. When the stock made major moves in January and June, we had an idea of how many legal shorts were open. Given the data we are provided, we know how many shorts did cover in January and June. However, these were not exactly short squeezes. BlackRock, Vanguard, iShares Russell, ETFs, State Street, and total shares. These were institutional holders from December 31st, March, June, and September 30th. At the time, December, BlackRock only had 6 million shares. In March, they got 27 million, June 30 million, and in September 40 million. So they've now got 40 million shares, which they lend out. As well as Vanguard having 47 million, and the iShares Russell 2000 now has over 12 million. So that's 126 million plus 25% of the float. Whereas at the same time, if you use statistics on the numbers provided from Say Technologies, we realize that if you use the statistics and averages, you can come to the conclusion that the float is sold many, many times over. 10 to 20, at least. So this guy, Guardian Ape, says that Citadel got caught in a bad bet. This would have been the MOASS because they were going to have basically infinite losses. They tried to cover it up by turning off retail's buy button. They needed shares badly. BlackRock and Vanguard stepped in to help them out. And there weren't as many big dogs buying shares in January, but now, they're buying more. So Evergrande, basically, it's funny, this guy quoted my information on BlackRock bonds to the T, which is pretty cool. Thank you, Guardian Ape. They hold $9.2 billion in Evergrande, $9.5 billion in Country Garden, $500 million in Kaiser bonds, and they've got all sorts of assets that they use through these special purpose vehicles. The Federal Reserve even gives them money and stimulus in order to prop these markets up. This is a crisis that is occurring but is also a way for our stock market, real estate market to be propped up, and this collateral as well. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. At the same time, they continue to lose value on these, so they're going to have to recall those shares, right? And so these short positions that have been traded over and over again, and these 40 million shares are going to be recalled, and they're going to have to be closed out to be returned, and that could potentially cause the beginning of the short squeeze, the beginning of the mother of all short squeezes, right?
Yeah, very well done.
Very well could be. So who fucking knows for sure? This is the part we were talking about earlier. BlackRock and Vanguard are long on the squeeze. Plain and simple. Citadel is not. And we know who has the upper hand here. And it's not Citadel. It's not Susquehanna with their 40 million fucking puts. Let's bring up Edward's stuff over here. Edward, jump in the Discord if you're still around. It's the wrong one. My bad. Here you go. If you didn't know, now you know. AMC January volume went over 100 million. Then AMC rallied to $28. And they had to put... And over a dozen different brokers and market makers had to make... colluded illegally to go position close only. In May, the volume rose to over 100 million. And then June 2nd happened. AMC, we saw at $72 and change. Now... December 14th, AMC volume has crossed over 100 million. I believe that tomorrow is going to be a great fucking day for AMC and GameStop. I believe it's going to be a crazy day. I'll probably stream because I do believe that we're going to see some massive runs and some delta hedging. So, I think we're going to be fucking rich. God damn.
Can he get the money?
Get the goddamn money printer out.
Yeah.
Gonna be so goddamn rich.
I think it's time to blow this thing. Get everybody's stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Fucking rich. I want my fucking money. Griffin, I want my fucking money. Get up, motherfucker. Holy shit, we're gonna be so fucking rich. Great. Damn it, we're gonna be so fucking rich. Griffin, I want my fucking money.
You're an original,
Hey,
aren't
yelling, give me the fucking money. Get the goddamn money printer out. Having fun yet? All right. Shimao bonds are down to nearly nothing. Just in the same way that Evergrande bonds are going to be worthless, Shimao bonds are now worth only 35% of the note's notional value as cash. Last week they were 50%. Little by little, we're going to see one fucking developer after the next go the same exact way. This is super fucking bullish. It's bad for the stock market. It's bad for the real estate market. It's good for the VIX. It's good for AMC and GameStop, in my opinion. And if you didn't know, UBS has been found guilty of money laundering and has to pay 1 billion euros. About fucking time. How about doubling it, right? Where'd I put that Evergrande post? Right here. Here's a few of the larger ones. Record lows, up and down, right? Here's 20 more. More than 20, whatever. Look. Logan Group, Central Inc., Times China, CSI Properties, Fantasia, Coastal, Shimao. It's not just one. It's all of them, right? All these assholes are in trouble. All these developers are in trouble. And I truly believe that the markets are going to slowly bleed until we have all in one day we have a nice a massive collapse. Look at India. It's the NSE, Indian indices. These are the top gainers. Not great. Market's more hawkish than the Fed. I think we already fucking knew that, right? Producer price inflation has hit a record of almost 10%, underlining the cost pressures rattling the American economy. The Fed on Wednesday is set to unveil a quicker tapering of bond purchases, paving the way for interest rate hikes next year. The mix of high inflation, diminishing central bank support, and Omicron uncertainty is testing markets. So I think this tapering, if he announces that it's going to be speeding it up more than expected, it could have a negative impact on the stock market, but I think the majority of it is priced in already. But inflation and such, I think, are going to scare people out of, are going to keep scaring people out of the markets. Not super bullish for the markets in general, right? Crypto's up 1% or 2% right now, but being that it's late, it's probably the overnight pump and dump. Roman says the floor is 100 million, no less. I like that. Good luck.
Hey, what's up, brother?
What's going on, my dude? What you doing over
Hey,
there?
I DM'd you. Dude, I was eating Kiki fries and
It's all
watching your
good.
stream.
Nice.
Excuse me.
Nice, dude.
I
It's all good.
DM'd you the Xchange data that I did DD on Twitter. Yeah.
Sweet.
So the Nasdaq is a little bit inaccurate. I think part of it does lit and part of it does not do lit.
The different sectors and whatnot. Yeah, I do agree with you.
Yeah, but look at all the other. They're
Let's take a
all
look.
conjoined. And CBOE is the worst of all of them, and they work directly with NYSE. Guess who's part of NYSE and regulating it? Freaking Gary Gensler, who works with Ted Tilley, by the way. And Ted Tilley is on board with Citadel. There's a fucking conflict of interest everywhere.
Let's take a look. Hang on one second. Did you DM me on Discord?
Twitter.
Twitter? Oh, okay. I'm like
Twitter
looking for
messages.
it over here.
Yeah.
No wonder. All right. You eat something too spicy? You fucking choking over there?
Oh my god, dude.
Let's see. New York Stock Exchange is not a dark pool, is it?
Oh, dude, it runs. It's not, but it's connected, so it routes. It has DMMs that route everything. Especially the Arca one. Arca is literally where Virtue and Citadel are on.
Arca routes to dark pools,
That's their
but
partner.
New York Stock Exchange, I believe, to the best of my
No,
knowledge, only does not use dark pools, but internalizers are slightly, or ATS or internalizers might be being used, but I don't think that they're using dark pools. But we'll look into that further.
I think they use OTC, to be honest, which is far worse.
Again, I'm definitely going to look into that to confirm that.
Right, but even okay, you take that out, right?
And even still, you
But
take
take
that
out-
little bit out, and it's still like 80% dark pool, 85% dark pool. There's no fucking denying
I even
that.
gave right.
Right.
I even took
There's
out
no
like,
fucking denying
NASDAQ.
that at all. It's ridiculous.
90%.
Right, so take out this tiny percentages in NASDAQ and National if you want, and NYSE 6.63. Leave ARCA because they do run through dark pool. Run through the NYSE or the IEX if you can. But these other ones, yeah.
They're all so. If you did DD, MyX Pearl, CBOE, CHX, all these different ones, they're using iceberg orders. You gotta look into what iceberg is. It's pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
They run with iceberg emerald operations, iceberg orders, routing your orders through several. And look at the volume.
This is the
They're
short
not even
volume
reporting.
table here.
They're not even reporting it correctly. You're telling me it went down negative 14% on a 32 short volume? 50% reported, by the way.
Short exempt volume 436,000. Well, you see all these days that we've seen negative price action, the short exempt volume has been huge.
Yep.
So, yeah, sounds about right.
Makes no sense.
Crime.
Absolutely.
Cool, man. Thanks for letting me know. I'll look into that a little bit more.
Yep.
I want to say, hey, you guys, make sure you guys subscribe to Tony Denaro. I think he's got a pretty good channel. He talks about all sorts of cool stuff. So, like I said, I don't agree with him on everything, but I think that's healthy. You know, everybody's got to have different viewpoints. But I think he does some cool stuff on the stock market. Make sure you follow Edward. Edward, you got a YouTube channel?
I'm still working on it.
Oh, okay,
I'll
cool.
shout
I
it
was
out
just
to you when I'm
wondering.
done.
I was just wondering. My bad.
Sure.
But make sure you guys follow at Edward Britchick on Twitter as well. You should check him out. He's always
Thanks,
putting
boss.
up some good DD. Always, dude. And I want to put on one more thing. My boy RK at TH Ricer X7 always brings up some good information, dude. He said, I'm not saying anything to jinx it, but December 2020 drop from peak to bottom was negative 61% before the run. And this latest drop, starting on November 8th, was 54% down so far. So we're currently seeing the same thing we saw in December before the January run-up. And now we're also seeing 100 million plus volume day. Grant's, he posted this at 2:15, so it was still the trading day had not finished. So it's over 97 million. It's 100 million plus. We're looking at same shit we saw in December, the same shit we saw in May and June. I'm fucking pumped, guys. I'm definitely fucking pumped. I think we may trade in this channel for a little while longer, but I'm bullish on tomorrow. I think tomorrow could be a really hot day. And like I was saying on Tony's channel. We might get shorted first thing in the morning and then climb up, or we could take off first thing in the morning and then work our way back down. Or it could just, be some crazy shit. Who really knows? But I notice a lot of the volume does happen within the first 15 to 30 minutes of the trading day on AMC and GameStop, especially if it's a high volume day. You can kind of tell it sets the tone usually very early in the trading day on those days before those runs in January and June. So keep an eye on it. I believe it's a good sign.
Don't forget the like in the bottom if you're buying the dip in the morning.
Absolutely. Drop a like if this straightened your conviction. Subscribe if you learned something. Plain and fucking simple. And I'm definitely buying more in the fucking morning. Matter of fact, we should go make a transfer right fucking now. Where's my Discord? I need to pull that up. Where the fuck you guys at? There we are. Hey, Samuel Clemens around by chance? Taking a look at these things that you just posted, man. It's definitely bullish.
Hey, boss.
What's up, dude?
So, what I was gonna say about that earlier when you were making the comment about like wartime money and stuff like that, when things like that go down, it is a lot of things that go into play that I've learned over time. So like you'll end up seeing like fuel prices or oil companies and stuff like that start to skyrocket. You'll start seeing blue chip stocks like your Apple, your Disney, and like all things like that. All that will start to run.
My guy Samuel Clemens brings up his Twitter is shit. Sorry, man, I don't remember your Twitter right now, but he's on Discord and Twitter, I believe, as Samuel Clemens. He's showing me some stocks in IWM that he believes are being manipulated to bring down the IWM. And if we do a little research on them, we can take a look at like recent news. But there are certain things like, possible securities laws violation that are going on with one of them, so that could rule out Riata. Let's take, but again, there could just be fake news. But I mean, possible securities law violations is a big deal, and that will hurt a stock. Not so sure about Stitch Fix there. But one thing I will show you guys is the IWM. You know what? Sorry. Don't have that one available for you. I got something else for you guys. Dude, what the fuck is your Twitter? Too many fucking Twitters are the same. Just another to show you guys more of these Evergrande bonds, by the way. HSBC, Royal Bank of Canada, BlackRock, Prudential. They hold Evergrande 9 bonds, Evergrande 11 bonds. And then further, Ashmore, UBS, HSBC, Pictet, Invesco, other Evergrande bonds. BNP Paribas. Fidelity Securities. Fidelity has an exposure through Select Equity Group to the tune of $1 billion of Evergrande bonds. Where the fuck did it go?
Boss, in the search, just write Samuel Space Clemens.
Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. I think I'm there, though, but... Oh, mad props to Pam, too, for rocking the BossBlunts merchandise. We're going to be so fucking rich. Hoodie and t-shirt. Fucking awesome. Thanks for supporting the stream and for being an awesome mod. Yeah, there's a bunch of Samuel Clemens. That's the issue. Here it is. Crabopotamus. No, it's not him. Oh, well. Sorry, brother. Send it to me if you got it. I think I got it on one of these channels, actually. As a matter of fact, I know I do. It's in the live stream, DD.
I put it in the Discord chat.
Thanks, bro. This is a great fucking DD as well. The links between Merrill Lynch, Bank of America, Fidelity, and Dreyfus. But it's not Seinfeld Dreyfus. It's Dreyfus from Bank of New York Mellon and Goldman. Which chat, brother? Where'd you drop it?
It's Herb_83.
Herb_Ape3. I don't think so.
No, 883. 8, not 8.
Bam. Thanks. Let's take a quick look at how IWM is doing here. This is SMMD. AMC's largest ETF is IWM, and IWM's second largest ETF holding them is SMMD. Their largest holding is IWM, which is currently showing 0 shares to short as well. That's fucking bullish. The short fee borrow rate is in the 11 and 12 percentages. I mean, 11 and 12 percentage rate. That's That's pretty high. Yep, 677,000 shares in IWM and 132 million shares in BlackRock cash funds. Look at that cost basis. Negative. That's interesting. Negative cost basis. Why would a hedge fund have negative cost basis? With contracts trading at one price and the spot price being higher, the cost basis could be negative, as a cost basis can be positive or negative depending on the prices involved. Futures trade at a discount sometimes to the price of the underlying, which makes the cost of carrying negative. This usually happens when the stock is expected to pay a dividend or when traders execute a reverse arbitrage strategy that involves buying in the spot market and selling futures. This reflects a bearish sentiment. That's what I thought. So BlackRock is bearish on IWM as of this cost basis, but they have 132 million shares, so they can't be too bearish there. There's got to be some other reason here. But interesting thought nonetheless. This is what I wanted you guys to really check out here. I showed this in the last stream, and I'll show it one more time. This was Ocugen, Bionanogenomics, and lots of other stocks going up between 50% and 5,259.32%. All of these ran between February 8th and February 16th, basically, right after AMC and GameStop were no longer position close only. They were position close only for over a week, from January 28th through the first week of February. And in order to keep the IWM from basically imploding from buying back AMC and GameStop, they had to go PCO on AMC and GameStop, short the shit out of them, make a lot of money on the way down because people could only sell, in order to close out positions like this and maintain their margin requirements. Vaxart up 347%, Tilray up 1,083%, Aero 328%, STEM 414%, Blink Charging 678%, Organigram up 400% exactly. Okay, all of these companies were up 1,079%, 1,300%, etc. February 8th, 9th, 10th through 16th, etc. All right, this was all directly correlated to the issues. Castor Maritime up 1,341%. Even some were up only 10%, but Northern Dynasty Minerals, that company was like defunct. They were up 10%. Global Star 674%, and all these on 8th, 9th, 10th. This is the only one that was a little bit further out, and that was on the 19th. So these are like shockwaves that were created by AMC and GameStop. And all of these were able to be closed out. And the only reason that they were able to cover these losses was because they went position close only on AMC and GameStop and shorted the fuck out of them. And even still, they were able to close out all these, took massive fucking losses, almost went bankrupt. But this was still cheaper than closing out short positions on AMC and GameStop. All of this was cheaper. So that should give you an indication of how desperate the situation is. All right? Plain and fucking simple. 1,250%, 1,388%, 1,400% runs. I think that's something we're going to see again.
Crypto glitching again right now.
It was up a couple percentage earlier. How's it looking now?
It's glitching hard on CoinMarketCap.
XRP shows at $111. It shows me Cardano at almost $20. Bitcoin at 1.5 mil.
I wonder who's gonna get fired for this.
Wait, what about Dogecoin? How much does that show? Hello?
$26 for Dogecoin.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's not a glitch, man.
Mana's at $543 right now.
That is not a glitch.
Yeah, there's so many
shorting
glitches,
everything.
guys.
They're shorting everything retail has their hands on, from crypto all the way to stocks.
Everything's glitching out right now, though.
Well, remember when these glitches happen, it's something to do with the algorithm. These glitches don't happen. I've seen, dude, I was watching the Webull glitching out on GameStop. Dude, it was pushing GameStop on the Weebop all the way to $40, and it would constantly glitch for me. Like yesterday, it would go from like $40 to like $250, back and forth.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's saying that they had more shorts bought at 40. Back when they shorted it to 40, right? They bought more shorts so they could push the price down to their original, like $5 that they had.
Right.
It's desperado, dude. It's desperado. That's what we're seeing.
There's far too many coincidences with it. Like, there is definitely something there, but
I don't believe in bullshit coincidences. If you have seen Terminator, there's no bullshit coincidences. Everything runs. Everything has a leak from corruption. There's always a leak. These guys just don't want to. They will call you a conspiracy theorist if you notice these things. They're like, oh look, this actually happened. Remember when AMC was like hundreds of dollars? The glitch on Robinhood? Yeah. Not really a glitch.
Look at all these, all on the same dates. This is not a fucking coincidence.
Dude, MMAT as well.
3,000%, 1,200%. And none of these had to go position close only. Only AMC and GameStop. What does that fucking tell you? Everything else is controllable, but not AMC and GameStop. They can't fucking handle it. They can let this shit run 5,000 fucking percent. I'm sorry, Ed. I didn't mean to cut you off. They can run this shit run 5,000%. This shit can run 2,800%. But they can't let AMC and GameStop continue to run because it'll bankrupt their fucking company. And that's why we're here. Because they fucked up, and I love the stock.
If they announce that AMC and GME is about to like drop the hammer on the entire, like if it's a threat to the financial sector, I think my data of 60 billion shorts on AMC and who the hell knows how much on GME is correct. 60 billion would do that. 60 billion synthetics generated over several years would actually do that to the entire US stock market. Now, 60 billion synthetics being bought back, whew, I hope to God they have another planet to go into, because they're not coming back here.
Unless they got my money.
Oh, nope, they're not going with money there.
I don't know. I think Boss's old girlfriend, Old Yeller, was correct.
She's the best. I love Old Yeller. And on that note, fuck Janet Yellen. But I gotta go. I gotta put my kids to bed. It's getting late. I gotta get ready for pre-market. We're gonna buy some more fucking AMC. I'm fucking bullish. 100 million volume again, January and May. I mean, we're fucking there, baby. I think. Good luck, everybody.
Dude, I got 40 calls today, bro.
My man. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
That's 4,000 shares. Let's freaking go, Amy.
That's fantastic, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Peace and wealth, everybody. Love you all. Make some fucking money. So goddamn rich.
Hell
I think it's time to blow this thing. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Filthy rich. No goddamn rich.
Griffin, I want my fucking money. Woo, yeah, motherfucker. Holy shit, we're gonna be so fucking rich. Oh, damn it, we're gonna be so fucking rich.
Oh, with the debt ceiling, I guess it's green tomorrow.
Griffin, I want my fucking money.
You're an original.
Hey,
Over.
Give me the fucking money.
You can see 10% on the day if it's up. If it's minus, I could see maybe like 5 to 3.
Get the goddamn money printer out.
Great. Bounty better.
Everybody's still in here. I think the stream is still with a lot.
Get the goddamn money printer out.
Oh, never mind.